Okay, welcome. First off, I just want to say thank you for your time, and I really appreciate all of you and all of the support that you lend me in any which way, shape, or form that you show it. I had started this earlier, and then I ran into a snag with some of my software. So we're gonna try it again and see how far we get. What we're doing here is just straight time stuff. Just not like I'm going for like a specific speed run or anything like that. Like, I'm just testing stuff up or testing stuff out, and time is a factor that I'm using here. So it's I'm basically just trying to do tests here to see a couple of different things. I'm not sure how far we'll go tonight, but it's not really a super big deal either way. It looks like we're gonna have something like 4 minutes that I can deduct from my in-game timer here. Or stream timer, I guess I should say. I'm not so much trying to prepare for some kind of like speed run thing so much as I'm doing prep work to do a single segment run. And obviously I'd like to do that as quickly as I can. But it's not like I have any kind of delusions that this is, gonna approach any kind of number of noteworthiness or anything like that. It's just my own personal thing. I created a low-level speed game for this, a walkthrough, that I worked on over a long, many years. It was something that I would just do, like, usually in the dead of winter, February, where it's, I live in the upper Midwest, where it gets awfully cold in the wintertime. And in February, and I like to follow the MLB and NFL, play like fantasy baseball, fantasy football, and then I follow, just generally speaking, I follow the game, right? And the absolute dead time in the sports world unless you're a hockey fan or a basketball fan, which, I got nothing against hockey. Um, it's just not something I ever really got into. I do remember being a little kid and wanting to play hockey, and I didn't grow up in a family that had the financial resources to be able to support that kind of a thing. I was the oldest of four, and so I guess you could say my parents were probably in the worst financial shape of their life when I was growing up. So I just wasn't afforded the luxuries to be able to pursue that kind of thing. But anyway, I never really got into hockey or anything like that, but I played a lot of baseball and I liked football. So February, being like the absolute dead time of year, was the time of year that I would work on that walkthrough. And then over, I don't know, 10 years, 12 years, however long I worked on it, I finally kind of put a bow on it a few years back, and then haven't really looked back at it since. I don't know if I ever will go back and modify it at all, but being that February was the absolute deadest time of the year, that's, I would just buckle down and just throw myself into that game for a month, usually in the middle of February. So I have pretty fair knowledge of this game. But what I'm going to try and do here is, like I say, just a one segment run. And so I was doing some practice. I mean, the world of balance is pretty much, there's not much to negotiate there. I mean, it is what it is, man. You're on rails the whole time. And you can, I mean, to some degree, you can manipulate this, that, or the other as far as what characters you want to use, and equipment you have, things you buy, chests you collect, stuff like that. But for the most part, it's pretty straightforward. But anyway, when I started this earlier today, before I ran into my software issue, I hadn't really made any errors, I don't think. Well, actually, I did consider. I considered doing the Sabin scenario second. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I haven't done that for so long. I always do Bannon scenario first, and then Locke scenario second, and then Sabin scenario last. Because then, they have all the good stuff, Sabin, because that's the longest scenario. But I guess it just comes down to, am I willing to spend smoke bombs uh, in the basement of the rich man's house down there. Is that worth? Is that worth the time? That I'm not sure. The detail in this game is just absolutely, really, I mean, almost second to none. You look at, like, even this cutscene here, if you were paying attention to the detail in the wood on the floor. So there's wood planks on the floor there. Now this here scene, it's rare that this game does this, but there's a whole lot of copy and paste here, right? The soldiers at the bottom, and then the floor is made out of metal. But I think the idea here is to illustrate, you know, the coldness of the Empire, and how, you know, everything is kind of the same there. But if you look at the floor here, right? Look at the floor. Each segment of the floor is made out of stone, right? So it's not like they copy and pasted. It seems to be very random. I mean, there are shapes that are reused, but they're different. And the same thing with the bricks on the walls. There's different colors used. Different textures used. I wonder if it wouldn't be faster to use the... Oh, no, 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 no! Oh, well, I guess it's not that bad. So we go after the Marshal first because he hits hard. The Lobos don't really hit that hard, but the Marshal does hit fairly hard, and that can cause some problems potentially. So we'll just go ahead and we'll just attack the Marshal and try to kill him as quickly as we can. Aside from lock stealing, if we can steal with lock, we will. Wow, they're really screwing us here with this stop garbage. Really slowing down the progress. Normally in a fight like this, I'll go after the Lobos or like the weaker two monsters right away. And so they're not all doing damage at the same time. But the damage that they do isn't really consequential. The damage that the Marshal does is, however, consequential. Now, here's the question. Do I grab the sleeping bag or not? I don't think I need to. I think that was illustrated last time. But, the larger the sample size, using the same strat, would be better to just continue to do that rather than do the things that I've done so many times. We'll go ahead and do what I did last time, which is to just strictly basically skip. It would be so nice to be able to skip the running shoes and hyper wrist in the old man's or the rich man's house in South Figaro until the lock scenario, but I just don't think. It's also interesting here that if you use fire with Terra, lock does not seem to have any kind of surprise. But once Edgar's in the party, if you use magic before you get outside of the cave in South Figaro, then both him and Locke kind of flip their shit, which is, I thought, it's kind of strange. Locke stealing doesn't hurt us any because he can't kill 3 of them in the time, They should have died there, so that's kind of BS there, that we kind of got screwed with that there. Kind of getting ripped off on the time on that. Also, it looks like I didn't need to buy anything while I was here. I didn't run into a situation where that was a thing anyway. I mean, we'll be back here later. And I think when we come back through here on our way to Zozo, that would probably be the best time to buy stuff. Come on. Alright. You know, one thing I think I would prefer that is not is nothing that can there's nothing that can be done about it, but one, just holding in the A button here instead of having to take your thumb up and then drop it back down again to advance those dialogue windows would have been preferable. Or to just simply have it so if you press nothing, that it will time out on its own and move on to the next dialogue window. That also would have been perfectly fine. Everyone's favorite Final Fantasy villain. I don't know what it is about him that people like. I personally do like Kefka. Why? I can't really say what it is about him. I think it's the comedy aspect, you know? There is a strong comedy aspect to him. Lies! She merely stole something of unimportance. Of minor importance? Is that what it is? She merely stole something of minor importance. Yeah, okay, so that that would indicate just exactly why the second in command of the Empire has come all the way out into the middle of the desert to search for this woman, because she is a nobody who merely stole something of minor importance. I'm not sure who my favorite character in this game would be. It's changed over time. I'm partial to people who have the thief command, mainly because, well, they are a medium through which one can acquire things that cannot be acquired any other way, or that it's easier to acquire things that way sometimes, or I don't know, there's a lot of things in Final Fantasy games that are extremely useful that can be acquired via the steal command. It's a really solid mechanic. As far as the series goes, I think that 10 did the thief mechanic or the steal mechanic the best. What I mean by that is you're guaranteed a successful steal on your first steal attempt. It's 100%. You will steal. And then after every successful steal attempt, your odds of a successful steal are halved. I think that's absolutely fantastic, because theoretically you could just keep on stealing in perpetuity, I guess. I don't know, like 0.00000005%, right? It, so you're telling me there's a chance, right? Either way, I like the idea. That's a good mechanic. That's an excellent mechanic. Combining, well, the mug command, I mean, that's been around since at least this game, if not earlier. I don't know if 5 had mug or not. I don't think 4 had mug, but I could be wrong about that. 5, you know, if I were to make a guess, I only played 5 one time, and so I don't remember everything about it. But I would say that if I were to guess, it's probably a good guess that mug does exist in 5. Don't quote me on that. I'm just saying it would be a good guess that it does. There we go. So, part of what makes Mug so good in 10 is just that Petrify is, I guess you could say, overpowered in that game. But at the same time, the way the game is structured, you're not really intended to get Petrify on a weapon until the Calm Lands, and once you get to the Calm Lands, it is a chore to do so because you have to steal from those, I forget what they're called, but there's those black snakes. Anaconda, maybe? I don't remember. I think maybe they are anacondas. But, you know, they're a dangerous monster, and they're not the easiest monster to encounter on the Veld, or not the Veld, on the Calm Lands. So, there's that. But, there's that back door that you can get it early in the game, which really becomes extremely overpowered at that point. But you gotta work for it, man. You gotta go all the way back. It's a long trek. It's probably an hour to go back there. And then an hour back the other way. And then, you know, assuming that you have 3 people that can steal at that point, you know, it's probably still another 45 minutes to acquire the required items. And then on top of that, you're probably gonna have to. You're probably gonna struggle to find a. What am I doing? You're probably gonna struggle to find a weapon that would be a wise choice to put your build on that. For me, I would say Waka's the only way to go. He has accuracy, so he's gonna pretty much hit everything. And once you hit something and you have Petrify on it, it's almost certainly gonna kill a vast majority of the monsters in the game. And if you are fortunate enough to get a weapon that has Stone Touch as well as Stone Strike, dude, you could pretty much not miss anything until you get to maybe like a adamantoid or adamantos, whatever it's called. So I was thinking that what the hell is causing this? Because there's no good excuse for it, honestly. None whatsoever. There we go, okay. So for some reason, my controller will cut out just for like a split second, and then it'll go back to normal again. And I have no idea what's causing it, other than I suspect there's like some kind of program, possibly Norton, that puts up some kind of... Get out of my way. Get the hell out of my way. The last time I did this, I did not talk to Shadow here. And I'm not sure that that would cost me. I can't imagine that if you don't talk to him here, that you don't get the opportunity for him to join your party going forward. I mean, it's possible, but that would shock me. So I'm going to go ahead and not talk to him here. And if it ends up being a thing where... Get the hell out of my way, woman. So anyway, if it ends up being a thing where I get screwed out of the possibility of having Shadow in my party, well then a lesson learned. Dude, people, get out of my way. Yeah, okay. That's kind of what I was thinking. Thank you for the heads up. Thank you for your time. Gotcha. Yeah, there's that. I don't believe it. I think they're just defaming his name. He doesn't seem like he's that bad of a dude. He just wants to have a reputation as a hard character. You know, I always liked Shadow. He just has garbage equipment. He can't equip heavy stuff, and that really costs him in the end game. Yes, that's true, he is. Very much so. He just kind of does his job. I usually just give him shuriken and let him throw shuriken at stuff. He does pretty good damage. Like, his base stats are excellent. It's just that, you know, I forgot to put my stuff on. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't have to buy the best stuff for him. That's also true. Yeah, it's been a long time since I went about trying to like max out the damage that he can do. Yeah, it's true, it is. Is it the Tack Star or is it the Ninja Star that's his best? I think it's the Tack Star, isn't it? Or maybe I'm misremembering. Well, it always hits. I think it cuts through defense when he throws stuff. But it only attacks the one, the one target. He doesn't. It's not like a well, I guess the Skeens do, but that's based on magic, though. And his magic is actually blood. His base numbers are awesome. Actually, if he could equip better gear, he might be. You could make an argument that he'd be the best player in the game, actually, if he could equip heavy gear. Because his base magic is really, really good. His base magic defense is fantastic. And he has the throw command, and he has interceptor. So he has a lot of things going for him. Ow. Really, the Ceruleum? Dude, no, dude. No, no, I did not want that. Well, I guess I'll just have to make a decision here. Well, I'll either have to use a Phoenix down or... I'm not even sure. It might not even be that bad, honestly. I mean, everything goes through Edgar anyway. So I basically just have to determine do I want to use a Phoenix down, or am I okay with I'll just use the Phoenix down. Which I don't have. I gotta find out what's causing that. I don't know what it is, but it's probably Norton. almost guaranteed it's Norton. I can almost guarantee it that Norton is flashing its little thing up saying, hey, you know, do a thing here, you know, do a thing, buy a thing, do a thing. Nah, I did not. It's a wireless controller. So what happens is, and there's no rhyme or reason to it, you know? It's like, it just did it 2 times in a relative short window of time, and then, you know, another time it'll go for like hours on end and it won't do it. So I think what it is, Norton or there's some program on my computer that does something. It kicks in for a moment and disrupts something. That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, I don't know what it is because I'm not in the same room as my computer. That's why I'm using a wireless controller. And it did it with the other one too. I'm using a different one now than I was before. This is a better setup that I'm using right now. But every now and again, it just flashes and, you know, I don't know what's causing it. Yeah, I didn't get the, Phoenix Down in Figaro Castle because I figured I was going to be there later. And I was thinking I should have gotten a Phoenix Down somewhere else. But I don't know. Edgar should be able to make quick work of these guys. I hope. Yeah, that's too bad. I should have just attacked. Ooh, Gale cut that early? That's a little early for Gale cut. Oh yeah, that sucks there. Well... the only items I picked up so far are the relics, and then Locke's weapon. That Guardian is awesome. I don't know, there might be one late game weapon that is faster than that one, but I think that's the fastest weapon in, well, probably in the game. And you get it super early. I don't know how much time I lost though from not having Terra in there versus how much time I would have saved if I'd have just picked up the Phoenix Down. I don't really know. I'm not sure. And I'll pick up this tent, but that's mainly because It's like 4 steps of deviation from the path, so I'm okay with that. At some point I'm going to have use for a tent. Most of the time I just use a wired SNES controller, but then that would mean I have to sit in front of my computer, and where I'm sitting now is in a recliner in the other room, and it's more comfortable, and the screen is bigger. Oh, come on now. That's gonna suck if this doesn't work right. Maybe it was a one-off. Aw, man, come on, don't tell me that they're gonna screw me out of this. Or that I'm gonna have to reprogram something for that to work. That's a possibility. I may have to program that. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to use that unless I reprogram that. Which I guess I'm okay with. Button mapping. I don't think it's recognizing my down left angle or quadrant, whatever you call it. Like when I do pummel, it doesn't have any problem with that. So if I wake up as Terra, it'll be game over now when they separate me. Because Terra's going to be by herself in a minute. Will I get a game over at that point? Oh yeah, okay. So if I open up my inventory, she'll be gone. Sure, I gotcha. Yeah. If you say no 2 times, do you get a what the hell is it called? The armlet? I thought 3 times gave you the Garnji glove. So if you say yes at any time, then you get the gauntlet. Okay. I was thinking you got the Atlas armlet if you said. Oh no. Well, damn it. I guess this will give me a chance to try and reprogram this real quick. I don't know if it'll let me do it while the cutscene is going on. We'll try it. Thank you very much. You have a nice night. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you. Crap, I didn't take away Locke's gear. Well, I don't think he had anything on it anyway. What the hell? What the hell is this now? Seriously, what the hell? What is going on here? Oh, dude, because, yeah, it doesn't like that. Okay, so we have to just disable these then. That's all there is to it. Okay. Okay, maybe that'll work then. Okay, alright, equipment. You know, what do you got? I think it doesn't matter, man. There we go. That'll probably do it. Nope. That'll do it. Nope. That'll do it. Okay. There we go. So I have to decide, am I going to do the save-in scenario or am I going to do the lock scenario? And you know, I always do the save-in scenario last because that way they have the best stuff. But honestly, I'm not going to be fighting anything on the Veld. I'm going to go get Gao, and then I'm going to go straight to the end of the mission. So it's probably best if I just simply it's probably best. Well, I don't know what's best. If I do the lock scenario first, then Celis would have one earring to start the scenario, and she would be in a higher level because the level would be re-averaged, including Gao and Doma. I call him Doma. And honestly, it might be better off. I might be able to save that Thunder Rod. And the Thunder Rod's still faster though, guaranteed. I guess I could try it. I haven't done that for so long. I guess we could try it. I mean, what have I got to lose, right? See the goods. I think that's good enough. Where's my ribbon? Oh, shit. That's interesting. I hadn't thought of that. It's really too bad that Shadow can't be utilized for more of the World of Balance, because that's really where he shines. He's much better in the World of Balance than he is in the World of Ruin. I always use a ribbon on Sabin because Telstar. It's also weird that this guy would wield what's called a knife. Like he's like a be using like a heavy sword, you know? I don't really get that whole why he has knives. That's just not understanding that one. I mean, if they wanted to make him like a samurai or something, you know? I wonder if that gauntlet improves his attack at all. I don't think it does. It takes, I don't know, 30 seconds. But we get that, and that's worth a chunk of cash. So it's probably worth it for the money there. Money in the early game is pretty difficult to come by without any kind of sacrifice of time. So it's probably worth the money that you get for the star pendant, or worth the time, because it's not that much time. It's time though. This is probably the worst thing that Kefka does, honestly. You know, you could say, oh, the whole destroying of the world thing. But I don't think he's really understanding what's going to happen when he does. You know, he wants the power of the statues, but I'm not sure that he really understands what exactly he's doing there. Maybe I'm wrong. Wait, do I look like a waiter? Wait. Wait. The Telstar is the problem. That I'm not really sure, you know, without a ribbon, this might not go very well here, yeah. We're just not doing any kind of meaningful damage here outside of Shriek, but it hits like a tank, so... What a toad. Do I look like a waiter? You're a goner. Garbage. Yeah, this is a pretty low down, dirty thing that he does. I mean, this is about as bad as it gets. But I guess from a perspective of war, I mean, Leo, he was like, well, we'll wait them out, they'll surrender. And then nobody has to die. We'll just blockade them. And then, you know... The question is, why does Doma not get sick? What's his immunity to this poison? I call him Doma. Cayenne, Kane. Whatever you want to call him. Cyan. I think it's more likely that it's Kane. Because, well, they had a Kane in a previous Final Fantasy. And Final Fantasy likes to reuse names. So for me, it seems like there's a really good possibility that the... I don't know. It's probably not the case. Cyan. This is terrible. Wild Fang, dude. Doing big time stuff. Big time stuff. Wild Fang. You know, I really do wish that that blitz command was just selecting a command just like you select the tool of your choice from Edgar. Even if they wanted to keep it random, I guess I would be okay with that. I also would like to, you know, not have it be randomized, but if it must be random, at least let me just select it and not have to put some stupid input in, you know? That game mechanic does nothing for me. End of the line. There's nowhere to run. Nowhere. That's what I used to say to my little brother when we played GoldenEye 007, because I used to be really, really good at that game. And my little brother was not as good as me, not even close. He was little, right? I was like in high school, and he was like, I don't know. And definitely not in high school. And he would never know where I was. I shouldn't say never, but a lot of times I'd kill him and he didn't know where I was. And he'd say, "Where are you?" And I would say, "Everywhere, but nowhere." I thought that was funny. I used to, so I played that that GoldenEye 007, right? And I got pretty good at it. Or at least I thought I was pretty good at it. And then, I met this one dude who only played with the auto aim turned off on the game. And so then that took me a little bit of adjusting to get good at playing with no auto aim, because that's what everybody used, you know, that was the customary way to play the game. And when I learned how to play with no auto aim and just manually aiming, that's when I got good at that game. And the main reason for that, well, one of the main reasons, is that in that game, GoldenEye 007, if you had auto aim on, you just weren't really ever going to do headshots, because it would just kind of focus on like center mass of the target, and if you had manual control over the aiming mechanism, you could do headshots. And I don't mean with the cursor, I mean like, you know, freehand, right? like no zoom or anything, right? Just like once you got good at it, you would know where to aim. You knew where to like. You knew where to position your screen, you know, your gun, whatever. Because there was no cursor. Well, I guess I don't. No, I don't think there was any cursor on the screen if you didn't bring up the little red crosshairs. I think it was just by eye. And anyway, once you got comfortable with manually aiming, that opened up a whole different kind of game. And I would practice against 3 other people, like on a team against me. That was practice for me. Oh, come on. But that was many, many moons ago. I don't want to go there. I have things to do here. Come on, get out of my way. Come on, man, get out of the way. There you go. And I'm not really trying to toot my own horn. I mean, this is a game I don't play anymore. I haven't played for... I mean, honestly, like as far as like really play it, you know, like being good at it and stuff, it's probably been 20 years. Or awfully close to it. There were a handful of people that I played with that were okay at the game. But after a while, it just became something that I never really played with anybody anymore. And there's like the campaign mode, or whatever they called it back then. But that was really good. I mean, that game was one of those things, man, where I was just in awe. The first time I saw that game, I was just... I'd never seen anything like it before. And I was just... It was like the first time that I ever saw Mario Brothers on NES. It was like the first time I ever saw Super Mario Brothers on Super Nintendo. Like, I was just blown away, man. Same thing with Mario Kart 64, which I did also play quite a lot of. I used to be good at that game. I would be garbage at that game now, just like with GoldenEye. I think if I tried to play it now, I guess I should say a year or two ago, I did go through and play it again. I tried playing it with the N64 controller, and it just didn't work. Like, my muscle memory is so different from manipulating a shooter these days that it was really, I just couldn't do that. So I went back and I used a modern controller on it, and I went and I had to really screw up the button mapping, like all screwed up, man. It was like so weird the way I did what I did, but it allowed me to function. Basically, when I was freehand shooting, I couldn't use the cursor. So if I brought the cursor up or had to use any kind of like zooming feature, I couldn't do it because the because the buttons were all jacked up, right? Because I did some weird button mapping stuff that allowed me to use 2 thumbsticks, but it only worked when I was shooting from the hip. If I tried to bring up a scope or any kind of zoom feature whatsoever, it was like, nope, not possible. Like, I just couldn't do it because everything was backwards and weird if I brought the scope up. But if I was free aiming or shooting from the hip, whatever you want to call it, then it worked the way I wanted it to. So I had to play the whole game that way with no zoom feature, which worked out okay. It was better than me trying to have to relearn the controllers on the N64. But then some time passed, and I was like, well, let's give this a shot again. So I busted out the N64 controller, and it took a little while to get used to it, but to be honest, it didn't take that long. And once it had been, a short while, the muscle memory came back to me, and I was able to manipulate the character the way I used to way back in the day. So that was cool. I was pretty pleased that I was able to do that. It took, like I said, it took a while. And this is not against other people. This is just strictly against the story of the game. I wasn't nearly as good as I used to be back when I was good, but I was serviceable, like... Actually, there were some things that I was actually probably a little bit better at, to be honest. What, I don't remember. Probably just games generally speaking. I thought there was like some secret panel or something in one of these rooms. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game. Wow, that guy's got some hit points on him. Some may call this cheese. I don't care. That is something that has been part of the Final Fantasy series for a very, very, very long time. It's just the way it is. And it's fast. Plus, he's not that hard. It's not like it's like some incredibly difficult boss that just can't be overcome any other way. So it should be right about 1 hour and 38 minutes. I'm kind of curious. Oh, well, that's no good. Give me a second. I just got screwed. Fate. It's just screwed me. He goes after the one up top and misses. Man, talk about getting screwed. What a bunch of shit. In the zero experience game, this is a spot that you could die. If he does El Nino, that could wipe the party out. But in this game, we should be fine. This is another example of just how detailed this game is. The effect of the water, all the blades of grass, the different tones and shades and shapes of the rocks and stuff like that. The spot didn't even need to be here, honestly. It didn't need to be here at all. You can never return here. And this little cutscene, or this like introduction to Gao here, it could have simply just been when you acquired him. It does not need to be right here. And this little, interaction does not need to occur at all. There's just no need for it. I mean, they could have just had you just wake up right here. Boom, this is where you landed. It's too bad that we start off with Templar. I wonder what determines what the first formation is. I'm not going to spend time here. I'm just going to get Gao, and we're going to move on. Normally I would acquire Templar, Primordite, Rhodox. Oh, really? That's fantastic. I don't have any dried meat, dude. I'm sorry. I can give you a tonic. I hate to do it, but you made me do it. That cost us time too. That little sack of dog shit. If that had been a different formation, I could have run away from it. But you can't run away from Templar. Boy, it was lined up just perfect for us. If we just could have... We could have got like 3 or 4 of our rages, maybe. So the ones I like to get are Templar, Primordite, Rhodox, and Martial. Those are my high value targets. Wow, he's showing up at a very high rate. Thou art so odd. We want more food. No more food for you. You go, get more for me. You're a regular munchkin. And you're afraid of me. You want to fight? I don't want to hurt you. Stop looking at me like that. Thou, 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 Mr. Thou. Can anything be that shiny? There's a lot of dialogue here. Forgot how much dialogue there was just to get this little munchkin. Hey, I told you, I'm not Mr. Thou. Ooh-ah, ooh-ah. The imp fell down. The imps in this game are nice, unlike in Final Fantasy X. Or like in Final Fantasy 1. We have 2 earrings, okay. We'll give those to you. Or no, we don't. We have 1 earring. What am I thinking? We'll give you White Cape. Gauntlet. If we get one on the way down there, great. If not, we're moving on. When I say get one, I mean one of our target rages. Doesn't look like we're gonna get it. But that's okay. I wasn't really gonna plan on using him very much anyway. Better go thou. 1900, that's pretty solid. That gauntlet, I wonder if that, I thought stone was governed by magic. I thought that was the... I guess it's probably worth the 4 seconds. Uh-oh. Getting lucky. Actually not getting lucky. I'm gonna have to stay at an inn to get my freaking shit off these guys. Which will take time. And the inn is way at the top of town. And I wasn't sure about those tonics, but I didn't want to risk it. Costing me time. I read somewhere that there was a way to... I'm not sure how to do it. I'm gonna try it one more time. I'm not really sure how to... How you're supposed to be able to clip through that guy. I don't know how it works. I don't know how you get Celis. You can get a second Guardian from this guy, but it's pretty uncommon. First time I played this, I had the hardest time figuring out this riddle. Because it doesn't say anything about stealing from a merchant. It's just like, go find the old man's cider. You know? Where could that be? The only hint is you have the rich man's house, right? So you're assuming it's in the rich man's house. Because he used to work for him, so it's like... I don't know. And we will grab this elixir. This is the first elixir that we take. Not sure how many there are that are in our path. It's wise to just, as a general rule, to check clocks. For whatever reason, clocks are people's preferred place to hide elixirs. I don't really understand what that change clothes or leave clothes on, the purpose of it, honestly. Like, it doesn't really do anything. Man, they're just beating on her. Or at least that guy is. It's interesting. I think when you first get her, So normally when you collect a player for the first time, well, maybe not for the first time. No, not the first time. The first time they come with what they come with. The second time, like once they leave and come back, then they will optimum themselves. But the first time they join, they just come with as they are. I'm kind of curious to see what her level is. I bet she's like level 10 or something. And some bread, mumble bumble. And a sandwich? It is level 10. Alright. And she can use an earring. And actually, let's go give you Hyperist, and we'll give you that sprint shoe. And we'll see if it's even worth using the smoke bombs. It may not be. She might just be able to one-shot everyone with her magic here. No. So we will go ahead and use smoke bombs. And we'll definitely grab the ribbon. And then is it worth it to go grab these other items up here? Honestly, I'm going to say yeah, just because the money factor. Come on. So we're gonna try and steal one turn. And then we're gonna Thunder Rod this thing. Well, you can take 2 turns. Just to see how much damage she does here. Well, she doesn't have her earrings on anymore, so she's not gonna do shit for damage. We'll get one more steal attempt. And then we'll go ahead and the reason we want to try and steal there is there's a chance we can get a Bio Blaster. This guy's got a complex. Cold as ice. She does use ice. I'm a soldier, not some love-starved twit. See, he's always getting shot down by the ladies. Terra on the other, or not Terra, Locke on the other hand, he's always with the ladies. Alright, let's do this, try and do this fast. Let's see here, you're gonna have, you got this, let's go item, and let's arrange, and let's go potion. And let's go equipment. You're probably good with equipment. Let's go relic, and let's go white cape, and let's go gauntlet, I guess, and guardian, and front row. Next, we're gonna have you, and we're gonna go Atlas, Hyper, equip. We probably don't have any tonics left. That's okay. Oh, we do. We have one. Okay. And then we're going to go you. And we'll go optimum. That's the best we got. Earrings. Earrings. And I guess we may as well. Normally I would use Gao here, but he's not going to do us any good. We may as well just go ahead and use you. And we'll give you that. And we'll give you running shoes. And mithril glove. And a potion. And we'll go ahead and I guess we'll try it. Okay, I gotta use the bathroom. I hate to do this, but I have to. This is the first time I'm going to fight this guy straight up in a really long time, so I'm not really sure how it's going to go. Forever and ever, what I do for this fight is that I just simply I simply just use Gao and his Primordite Rage. So, you know, that's pretty much it. And it works really, really well. I mean, it works fantastic. I don't remember the last time that I fought this guy without Primordite Rage. And if you use the Primordite Rage, it's almost a guarantee that you will win. I mean, it's almost impossible to lose this fight if you're using Primordite Rage. This is an extra battle I did not want to have to fight. And probably if I hadn't moved Terra down, we wouldn't have to fight it. So I'll have to keep that in mind. Maybe it's best to not do that. What the hell? I guess I must not have been paying attention there. I thought I had avoided all potential non-mandatory fights. Uh-oh, we're gonna die. And this is taking a lot of time. I never should have moved them down. Plus now I can't sell this weapon until way later. I shouldn't have moved them down. I should have just left them up there. You get less time when you move them down. Come on, multi-target stone, buddy. What a waste. Dude, why is there... what the hell? Where's this guy coming from? There shouldn't be any more dudes down there. I waited for them all to pass. So that's weird for me. I don't understand that. Multi-target stone, baby. There we go. It misses. unbelievable, dude. It misses. Dude! So we lose. Well, that's my dumb ass. I didn't save, and I was really, really stupid about that. I never should have moved them down. I don't know why. I don't know what happened there, honestly. Like, I waited for them all to go, so I should have been fine. But somehow the game screwed us. So I don't know how that happened, but the game screwed us, and now it's game over. But we're looking at about 2 hours, and that's fine. About 2.5 hours, less than 2.5 hours to get done with the snowy peaks. That kind of pisses me off, though. That shouldn't have happened there. I'm gonna have to go back and look at the tape and find out how the game screwed us, because that shouldn't have happened at all. Like, I waited for them all to come. I waited for them all to pass, but it's like the game started spawning more monsters down at the bottom after they had all left. Like, what? So, yeah, got ripped off big time. Massive got ripped off. But I probably shouldn't have moved Terra and Doma down there. That probably was stupid of me to do, because then that just means that they'll encounter battles sooner. I never do that normally. I don't know why I did it there, because I'm a moron, I guess. I'm pretty pissed off about that, though. I mean, not really. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed that the game decided to screw us there, because that should have never happened. Like, I don't know how it even happened at all, honestly. And the thing that I'm most disappointed about is that I didn't get an opportunity to test that group against Kefka. So that was disappointing. And, I guess, well, I thought about making a save before the battle, and I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. But maybe I should have made a save there, because that's a spot that maybe I would want to. I mean, it's not a spot I ever fail. I never fail there. Don't fail. Haven't failed there for years. Many, 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 many years has it been since I failed that fight. So I kind of feel like the game screwed us, because I mean, I never lose that fight ever. I mean, I never have a, the only problem I ever maybe have ever, and this is in even going with the no experience game, is running into the, I think it's called a rider down there that runs back and forth. Like, that's the only thing. That's the only time ever maybe that I encounter the rider. I don't dodge the rider sometimes, and if that's in a no experience game, then you kind of have to restart your run there, or go from your last save. I would save in a no experience run. I would definitely save. But I just kind of want to know what the hell. Why does it spawn more monsters at the bottom down there now? What the hell is that shit? Never saw that before. Spawning monsters at the bottom after they all pass? Like, what is that shit? So, I don't know. Kind of disappointed, kind of pissed, but whatever. It's alright. I'll look at the tape, see what I can decipher. It just looks like the game was spawning more monsters at the bottom of the screen. Which, what the hell is that shit? Anyway, thank you for your time. Have a nice night, and we'll try this again at another time.